Joining us now is former education staffer Jason Cottrell. He was with the DOE for more than 9 years, focusing on data and analytics in the Office of Post-Secondary Education. His position was eliminated in March. Jason, first off, did I say your last name correctly?
You did. I say Cottrell. My family in Michigan say Cottrell. So
okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I know it was pronounced slightly differently from the way it was read, and I wanted to make sure I got that right. Tell me about what this decision by the Supreme Court regarding the Department of Education will mean for students in this country.
Sure. The biggest thing right now I think that folks need to realize is that the Department of Education is already with the states. So the curriculum is already with the states. And I think, correcting the president on that first and foremost. The big thing that I think all of us are very concerned about is the ramifications to students and their family members. And for many of us who have been at the department or been in the government, our concern has always been about making sure that we serve our nation to the best ability for our citizens. And so, for our students and our family members, what is going to happen is they're going to see reduction in services directly at the department. And so federal student aid, for example, is one of the areas that took a large hit in terms of the cuts that are coming. And we're already seeing the rollout of the FAFSA will wind up, being delayed in the long term. Data collections within the National Center for Education Statistics are going to take a while for those things to catch up, but it's going to wind up delaying that. And so for us, I think the big concern is going back to what the Department of Education actually does. And what it does is protects our students in terms of making sure that they receive the services that are critical for them to have access to being able to succeed in their educational attainment. And we are very, very concerned as individuals who have left the department for what is actually going to happen. And so I think folks need to realize that the Department of Education is there to serve the students and make sure that they get an equal opportunity to actually attain their educational goals.
So I want to put that full screen back up on that graphic back up on the screen for a second, because as Lisa just laid out, largely when it comes to what schools are teaching, educational matters directly come from the states. That's curriculum is decided by the states. What we're seeing on the screen right now, and you tell me if I'm right in this, is the federal government steps in and basically is the safety net for the students that can fall through the cracks, the students that need a little bit of extra help, whether that be federal student aid for college, because college is insanely expensive and very few people can pay for it outright, and student debt portfolio as well, but also funding for low-income school districts that don't have the tax base to support it, students with disabilities, that comes from the federal government to make sure that everybody, no matter of their learning ability, has a opportunity to learn within the public school educational system. Private schools are not required to supply that. So if your child has any sort of learning disability or just learns differently in any way, a private school can reject them. The federal government was making sure that no matter what, these kids got a chance to learn. And oh, by the way, they're not going to go hungry in the process.
Right. And I grew up in a rural school district in Virginia. And, I think to the fact that a lot of the students that are in those rural districts are going to be the ones that are going to be harmed more so than the ones that I think that this administration is thinking about. And, for those who voted for the president, I think that they were almost misled in terms of what it was that he was actually going to do. And by, so-called returning it to the states, again, it's already with the states, but returning it to the states, it doesn't guarantee the protections for those students for what they are planning to do in their lives. And so, I was also a first generation student, and that I always go back to that and how, my responsibility to our nation's students is really about ensuring that first generation students, rural students who don't have access to know how to fill out the FAFSA, get that education, and without proper funding, it's going to wind up leading to students not being able to actually get to college. And there was a post by the department today about summer melt, and that's when essentially a third of the high school students who had planned to go to college are lost in the process because they don't know what it is that they're supposed to do, because a lot of them are first generation or rural students or from low incomes, and so they don't know how to get into college. And that's a big fear that I have and that a lot of my colleagues have without the resources at the department. And by cutting, 1,400 staff members, you're not even doing it at bare bones at that point. You're really truly kind of squeaking by to get the services out there. And I think what our biggest fear is that it's not going to happen. And you can look at some of the data collections that are already being missed by the department in terms of being released. And that is a concern because it is about the long-term effects. And so, we need to think about what this is going to do, over the next 5, 10, 15 years, and really rethink how we're going to rebuild our education system in this nation moving forward. And I don't think this administration is prepared to do that.
Jason Cottrell, thank you so much for joining us.